Hey Detroit, it's your girl Tina with Spectacle Society, and I am so excited to be here with TechTown to talk about retail bootcamp and all the ways that TechTown helps small businesses. So I'm really excited that we're going to take just a moment and wait while we go ahead and add people to the panel so that you guys can learn a little bit more about them, okay? In a minute, we'll get everybody in there. Can't wait to do it. And while we're waiting, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience. Hey, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Good. So excited to have you here. So we're just going to wait for just a few more people to show up. We've got 2 more that are coming to this panel, and we're really excited to talk to all of you about how TechTown has helped you with your small business. But just so you guys know, in Detroit, TechTown was a huge part of my journey as a small business owner. I am part of the 2019 Retail Bootcamp cohort, which really trained us on how to start a small business in the city of Detroit, and I could not be more grateful for their help and support. So we have just a few more moments, and I am going to go ahead and see if we can find the other people who are coming. We've got just a few more people coming in, and that way we can have this conversation. Okay. Well, it looks like, Mark, so far it's you and me, and we'll talk just a little bit. So I just want to give everybody a little heads up. I know we're going to take just a few more minutes, but I want to give everybody a heads up that today's event is part of TechTown's spring fundraiser, okay? And they are doing 3 Instagram lives, this being one of them, really highlighting amazing small businesses in the city, which is wonderful. I'm so excited to be part of this. And really to talk a little bit about the programs like Retail Bootcamp that TechTown has to help and support us, and your donations help support TechTown do this incredible work. And without you guys, we wouldn't be here today talking about how great TechTown is, because they do such an amazing job. All right, so I'm not seeing our other 2 just yet, but let's talk a little bit just about, so you guys know what Retail Bootcamp is. So Retail Bootcamp is an intensive program where, as small business owners, we get to work with other professionals who have been through this before, who train us on all aspects of starting a business, from legal stuff to finding a location and a space, to talking about trademarking and talking with lawyers and finding your lease, and all sorts of aspects of starting a business that we may not have come to the table with. I know I didn't come to the table with all of that, that's for sure. I don't know about you, Mark, but I didn't feel like I had all that information before I got to TechTown.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, all right, let's take a look. I'm gonna try one more thing and see if we can get somebody on here. There we go, I see her. Let's wave, let's see if we can invite her. Okay, Katrina's here. We're going to see if we can get this all taken care of. And Brûlèe. Send. Perfect. Done. All right, so we're just waiting on one more, and hopefully we'll have them in just a moment. All right, guys, so I am going to get this started because we do only have 30 minutes, and if we get our last person to join, that would be incredible. Fantastic. And I'm not seeing Katrina join in. Let's see, Katrina, if you're there, just go ahead and ask to join in. I've sent you a little request, but I'm not seeing you pop up just yet. So, and thank you everybody who is joining us to watch, so excited, and thank you for any donations you're able to give to TechTown. We really, really appreciate it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start since it looks like we are kind of running a little bit behind, so I wanna get going and talk a little bit about what you do, Mark. So let's go ahead and start. You tell me a little bit about you and your business. I'd love to learn about it.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
I can. And while you're telling us that, tell us how you found your experience with Retail Bootcamp.
Retail boot camp was good. It was very informative. It was 10 weeks. It was very intense, but you get a great experience that you could take with you for a lifetime and actually help you build your business. I've been in other programs, but it wasn't as detailed as Retail boot camp. We still keep the notes and everything. I went in 2019, early 2019, so I still got all my notes from there that I use every day.
Me too. Me too. And tell me the name of your business and what you guys do.
Crummy's Cake Supply and Studio. We're located at 7114 West 7 Mile Road on the west side of Detroit, just one block off Livernois. And we do custom cakes, we do cake classes, we have a rental kitchen, and we also do, the last thing we do. Yeah, that's basically about it. Oh, cake supplies. We have cake supplies for anybody who want to learn how to bake or get into the baking world.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Well, and everybody can welcome Katrina. Hey, I'm so excited. So glad you could make it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Katrina, can you tell us a little bit about your business and how Retail Bootcamp helped you?
Yes, so I am Katrina Brûlèe. I am the owner and founder of Crème Brûlèe. It is an upscale multicultural salon here in the New Center, Midtown area of Detroit. And we service everyone regardless of ethnicity, race, gender, everything. So it's really a privilege and an honor to be here. I think I was involved in a program maybe 2018, 2019, I don't know. But that lets you know that throughout this time period, the support and the magnitude of respect that TechTown has definitely had for me. My experience with the program was very phenomenal. So much so that I am a brand ambassador. I will advocate for this program, and I will definitely join forces with you guys to get this nationally recognized and worldwide. This is something that not only Detroit needs, but other cities. This is a hub where there is numerous and like unlimited resources. So from the beginning to end, I knew I wanted to open up a brick and mortar. I had been in the industry as an entrepreneur for years, just didn't really know where to start. Had my capital, but just didn't really want to waste my money. So got connected with TechTown Detroit. But I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to answer any questions and just share my journey of how I persevered through the pandemic. So kudos to you, Mark, too.
Thank you.
Yes, I will say one of the really amazing things is that Retail Bootcamp, and just so you guys know, so you're in the know, us alumni tend to abbreviate it to RBC. So now you know. If you hear us say RBC, that's what we're talking about. So one of the things that RBC has done is really sort of prepared us in so many different levels of entrepreneurship, right? And during the pandemic in particular, for our businesses who I know I opened in 2020, so hey, pandemic business, right? One of the things that they have done is really surprise us with additional support, right?
Yes.
They didn't just go, well, you were there in 2019, so good luck to you, right? Like they were so good about support through the pandemic. They helped everybody look at ways that they could pivot and keep their business going for those who are already existing and for those of us who are opening. TechTown was such a resource, right? I mean, it was unbelievable for me. I know that. So I am wondering if you guys can tell me what was the most impactful thing that you took away from your experience with Retail Bootcamp?
So for me, I don't think it was during the program. I think that it was the after program support for me. Because one thing about it, you definitely have to apply. You definitely have to put some money and some of your time and effort upward. And that's fine. After you attend the first 10 weeks and you successfully make it through, it's so intense. You still kind of, I wouldn't say lost, but you took so much in, right? You took so much in such a short period of time that's not really when the gist of things get going. It's the after the program for me. So when you talk about years later being able to have support as far as grants and connections with people, employment, human resources, attorneys, that's the connection that mattered most to me. That was what was most impactful for me, not the actual program. I met some phenomenal people during the program, mentors, people, friends that I still associate with. But to the day, this is not a fly by night. Mark can speak to this. Is the ongoing thing. When you had the vision and you sheltered the vision, it's like a child, right? You have it in the earlier stages, and then you got the toddler stages. But as you grow through life and as your business flourishes and grows, you need support from people, not only people that are going to come into the business, but people that are going to be able to connect you and network you to the right individuals and the right resources. Because as an entrepreneur, you spend a lot of time in your business, right? So you need to be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, this is what I need, and I needed a straight shot to it. I really don't have time to figure things out, do a lot of research, or find a lot of things that I had before my business opened, right? During the build out stage, you have a lot of more time to kind of freelance and do whatever you want to do. But after the business is open, you're like literally 24 hours is really not enough in a day when you are in your business and you're working. So the most impactful, if you can learn anything about me and my story and my perseverance, TechTown, I would say to me is phenomenal in the follow-up, the resources, and the networking, not during the program only, but after the program as well.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree. I will say that one of the things that you guys may not know out there about the Retail Bootcamp program is that after you've completed it, you actually get a mentor who sticks with you for 6 months, who does incredible work, who advocates for you, who looks for different ways that you can reach your business and get it out there to other people. They really try to help you in all aspects of what you're going through. I mean, I know I had like weekly sometimes meetings within that period of time where I was like, okay, we're getting there. I need this. Or, like, what do I do? What if I do this? What if this came up? And that mentorship is invaluable, right? And it's because people donate and put money towards TechTown that they're able to continue that with us, right? And give us that sort of guidance. So what about you, Mark? What was the most impactful thing about your time with RBC?
Outside of what she said with the networking and everything, I would say focusing on your customer. When we all start off, we're like, we want everyone to buy our product. We want everybody to come here. And like you want everyone, or do you want your specific customer? So we actually had to revamp 2-3 times to focus on who we want to sell to, who we want to represent us, because our buyers are our representatives throughout the world. Like, I got this from buy, a specific type of shoe. You want everybody to know this where you got the shoe from. So it's really focusing on your direct target. Absolutely. And I think that's really helpful because, like you said, when we all start, we're like, everybody needs what I do, right? And like, of course they do, right? But they really help us kind of figure out who our customer is and how to get in front of them and say, hey, by the way, I'm here to help you with the things that you need. And TechTown's employees, TechTown staff, the experts that they bring in to talk to us are all so incredible. Like we've been so lucky to be in that program, definitely. So tell me, let's start with Katrina. Where, sort of what steps are your business in? Is your business in right now? Like, what stage are you at? Or you've got your storefront? Let's talk a little bit about what you've been doing.
So I am in the salon. Let me move a little. So we are working today. Everybody is working. Everybody say hi.
Hey.
So we are here working today. It took a while to get here, but we are here. We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary in some months. I literally, time flew. But I want to just give some advice and just give some resources, some networking, because although I am here, there was a lot of different steps I had to take to get here to pretty much open. After we got everything built out and we pretty much got everything going, I think the thing as a business owner, when you're in the service industry, there's a lot of different licenses and permits and stuff like that that you have to get. So as Mark was saying, you just really like, you're ready to open and get the money, right? Because everybody is invested and they proud of you and you want to make them proud. Some of the things that I did not think about was the building permit, the salon permit, the salon license. I have the liquor licensing permit, and the certificate of occupancy. So once we finish opening, and I want to tell you guys that if you are entrepreneurs, you're looking for a brick and mortar, please allow yourself some time and some grace, because the reality is I wanted to open at the beginning of July. I had this grand opening, phenomenal, but then I had to wait 1 month to actually put employees in here. And that kind of jammed me up because I did not have a certificate of occupancy. So basically, wherever you're at in your stage, start that process early, okay? But we're flourishing. I am about 80% full. I have the capacity to have 20 employees right now. I only have 4 slots available, so I am very blessed during the pandemic to be at that capacity. But we're up and we're running. Right now we are open. When are we open? See, I'm here so much. I would say 7 days, but we're not. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 7. But right now we're just flourishing and we're growing. We are adding new services and we are connecting with the businesses around us to create a network to provide other resources to our community and our surrounding neighbors. So that's where we're at right now.
Fantastic. And what about you guys, Mark? Where are you in the stages of your business? I believe you've opened your brick and mortar. So tell me a little bit about what's going on.
Thank you. Yeah, we just had our grand opening April 2nd. Right now, all of our facilities are up and running. Our kitchen, our class, our sales floor, we still do custom cakes. And we're still trying to like figure out everything exactly, like what specifically everyone needs. Because you may have one cake decorator who strictly does wedding cakes and they looking for this one specific thing. Another person who may just do kids cakes and they're looking for one type of decoration. So we're bringing in stuff every single week, building our inventory. Our walls are full, our back room is full, and we're looking for different designs and everything. We're also training people, letting people apprentice under us on how to decorate cakes and how to get into the baking world. So it's pretty busy here every day. Our sales floor, it may not look like it, but behind the doors, people
Isn't that the truth, right? Behind every like beautiful storefront, there is like an owner behind there running like a chicken without a head, trying to get everything done, right?
Right.
But one of the great things about what I loved from Retail Bootcamp was them really thinking about all aspects holistically of our business, right? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like there were things that they made us do, like write out your handbook, your guidebook for your employees, right? That was an entire process. That whole thing took me like, I don't know, 26, 27 hours to do. It was like a lot of work. But I now have a guidebook, right? Like I've got my handbook for my employee. That's amazing. I have taken classes before in other spaces. I don't know about what you guys have done, but I've taken classes before in other spaces that were nowhere near as helpful for my business as Retail Bootcamp was.
Right.
I agree. I want to piggyback off of that because it's very important. I know that it was tiresome and it was tedious to constantly go back and read, but I want to speak about the importance of having an employee handbook and a motto and a module for your business. It is so important. So especially for you, if you decide you want to franchise, because that's like the Bible for you to be able to sell and for people to understand your vision, because your vision is your vision. It's in your head. You need to be able to have it plain and on paper. I am starting to vlog on YouTube. So what I'm going to be doing, and this is for you guys as well, I'm going to be changing that to a virtual handbook. So when employees are coming in, they will be able to log on and see how I actually perform that task so that they can kind of get it. we've all fell victim to having a 13-page document and we just sign, right? Like, so, you know, the way of the employee handbook is kind of phasing out. So I kind of want to modernize it. It's good to have it there as the Bible and a key and a resource, but we're living in a technological age right now, and we have to digitize everything. So I think it's very important us as owners and entrepreneurs to be able to digitalize that stuff so they can actually see what it takes. You know, when you're reading it, you don't get the visual of, you're like, oh, okay, this is what she does. She just opens up, turns the lights on, turns the coffee machine on. No, I need you to see in motion what it really takes on a Saturday or a Friday or during peak time. So just to throw that out there to you guys.
Yeah, that's really fantastic. And honestly, it falls in line with all the stuff that RBC teaches us about pivoting, right? Because there are so many different ways to pivot in the world. The pandemic happens, we have to pivot sometimes our business model. We're becoming more of a technical sort of society, right? Like everything's very techy. Now we pivot that, you know, employee handbook. These are the ways that we are taught to think through this program. And I'm so grateful for that. I think that it sets us all up to do just wonderful things for, you know, small businesses and for the city, right? Like we have these great businesses that we are now able to offer to, you know, all of our fellow Detroiters. And I think that's wonderful. So I wanted to ask you guys, if you could tell us, like, if somebody was going to be starting a business, right? Like if you knew somebody, a friend, a colleague, or let's just say like somebody who walked in and was like, you know, I've always dreamed of doing this, and they're talking to you in your store, what advice would you give them if they were starting out in their small business? And Mark, I'm gonna let you start.
First thing I would tell them is go to TechTown Retail Bootcamp. Very first thing. Outside of that, I would say know your numbers. Everything, your numbers is the most important part of the business. Invest that time in yourself. A lot of people try to stay away from the accounting, try to stay away from numbers. They may hire somebody. I always say either learn it yourself or hire somebody to do it. Me personally, I want to learn it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Put time aside. I don't care if it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes a day, an hour a week. Put time aside to learn your numbers. Once you get your numbers down pat, learn your audience, your demographics, you go from there and keep building upon that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really good advice. What about you, Katrina?
So I want to scale it back because we are talking about the height of the pandemic. So during the pandemic, people realized one or two things. I have an idea that I really want to get out. I have a purpose that I really want to live. Or they determine, hey, I'm not going to do this, right? So I want to speak to both audiences because I mentor and I meet so many people and they're like, hey, I'm on my third no. I'm like, yeah, I had 23 no's before I got one yes, right? So never give up. Never give up. Always believe in you. If you believe it and it's something that you love to do, I often tell people that I just attended a baby shower and the decor was so beautiful. So I went to the young lady and I got her card and I said, hey, this is amazing. Like, how long have you been doing it? She's like, oh, this was the pandemic. I couldn't work. I sat at home and it's something that I was passionate about for all these years. And I decided to step out on faith. So to everyone, if you questioned yourself during the pandemic or if you stepped out on faith during the pandemic, kudos to you. It is not an easy process. Keep going. Find a network of people within the TechTown community, the RBC community. They have other communities within TechTown. That is your hub, your one-stop shop for a community of mentors, advisors, network, and resources. You can literally wake up and go there at 9 o'clock and look up and be 5 o'clock in one day, right? You can spend your day there. So I definitely want to piggyback off Mark, but I want to take it a little bit below the surface because sometimes we see people with these ideas or we see people in the motion of getting their ideas in a moment, but we don't really hone in or recognize on it's still hard, right? You just see the forefront. Hey, I have this idea right here, but you don't see when they go home if their mom, their wife, their husband, or they're still working their 9 to 5 and doing this on the side. So planning, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan. Proper planning is going to be essential to what you need to do in your success. After that, yes, know your number, know your demographic, because when you're asking people to support you or your decision or pour a seed, whether that's a grant or money, they don't know your business. They don't know your industry. They need you to sell that to them. They need to be able to look at your business plan and read it and get the whole picture, right? Not half the picture, not a parcel of the picture. I need to be able to read through your business plan and say, you know what? I need to be able to tell you what I read from that. And if that's accurate, then your business plan really aligns with you. After you know your numbers, you've planned and you've got your business plan and you're putting yourself in motion, the last thing I would say is get you an accountability partner. It is so easy during these times to remain unfocused, to get sidetracked, to get complacent, to basically procrastinate, right? Get you an accountability partner that generally is not your friend. Someone that's a mentor to you, someone that you revere and respect, that will hold you accountable. And if they give you coaching or guidance, you won't take it to the heart. You'll take it as corrective criticism because you know they authentically love you and genuinely want to see you succeed. So I think that that is the foundation for me.
You know what? You touched upon some of the things that I was going to say as well. And, you know, one of the things that I usually tell people is, you know, my business is a passion, right? It was a passion project. It's something I am in love with. I eat, sleep, and breathe eyewear. That is what I do. I love it. I love helping people feel incredible in their eyewear. And while that's amazing, just that passion is not enough, right? You need to put the work in behind it. This is not a cakewalk, opening a business, right? There are days that are challenging. So there's determination that goes into it, perseverance that goes into it, and getting yourself the team of people to help you, and really who want to see you succeed. And I think that's, you know, it seems like for all three of us, what Retail Bootcamp has really provided and really helped us with. And along the lines of that mentor, that is so key. I have to tell you, having somebody outside of your family or friends who are like, yeah, you could do it. Yeah. You know, like that's a brilliant idea to everything. You need somebody who looks at it and goes, maybe we need to rethink that. Let's think about how we can strategize, right? You really need somebody on your side. And I have to tell you guys, for any of you watching, any of the donations that you give really go to help small businesses like us. They're going to TechTown directly, but TechTown does so much for the community. And Retail Bootcamp is just one portion of what they do, just one small portion, and it helps a tremendous amount of businesses. So we're getting close to the end. I just wanted to wrap up and ask you guys if you could tell everybody watching, you know, where they can find you on social media, on your websites, where you are in the city, just so they know how to find you, follow you, say hi, and do all the things that you want them to do. So go ahead if you want to start. Or
I'll start. So so I have two separate pages. Crème Brûlèe Detroit on all social media platforms for anything salon, beauty related. If you are interested in coming to visit us at the salon and you don't know who the stylist or the service provider is for you, that's a good resource. You can check out our website at crèmebrûleedetroit.com. I know I get a lot of people that primarily want to engage with me personally, just to become mentor or just motivation of the things in my daily life. You can find me on my personal Instagram at Paid and Private. That's just how it sounds. And that's pretty much it. If you're ever in the area, feel free to stop by the salon. We're at 6406 Woodward Avenue here in Detroit, on the corner of Baltimore, catty corner to the College for Creative Studies, the White Castle that you see in the background there, and the Amtrak train station. And we're walking distance to RBC. So I will. I also wanted to do something special for people that are watching. Anyone that is on this live that comes into the salon and mention that they were on the live, I have a special gift for you.
Love that. That's super sweet. All right, so Mark, tell us where they can find you and what you guys do.
Okay, Crummy's Cake Supply and Studios, located at 7114 West 7 Mile Road, just 1 block west of Livernois. Our social media is Crummy, CRUMMYS _ cake _ supply _ studio. and just come on in, talk to us. I know we get a lot of people from RBC coming in, talk to us, ask us about the experience. We have a lot of people come in, want to talk to us about how to do cakes, or they may need a cake for a specific event. Just come on in and we'll holler at you.
Oh, wonderful. And for everybody watching, I'm Tina. I am the owner of Spectacle Society. We're a boutique optical in Corktown, 1512 Bagley. You can find us in social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, as well as Facebook at Spectacle Society Detroit. And you can find us there. And I just wanted to say thank you for everybody for joining us, everybody who donated. We're so grateful. Just want to thank TechTown for all that you guys do. And, you know, if you caught us near the end, definitely go back and watch this. You'll get some really great information from these entrepreneurs and really learn a little bit more about their businesses. And if you have extra funds, we would love it if you could donate to TechTown to help businesses like us and new businesses that are coming into the community, help them thrive and help us build up the small business community in Detroit. All right, guys. Well, that's all our time for today. Thanks so much for joining me. It was really great to see everybody and hear from everyone. And thanks for all who've attended.
Thank
Bye.
you. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.